Yo. Let's just talk, right? Literally, obviously, I recently put out a video. I got something in my eye. Fuck. No. All right. I recently put out a video about the state of Master Duel and how it's an absolute scam, and I stay true to what I actually said last time because it genuinely is, you know, somewhat of a scam. I said, don't get me wrong. I am a Master Duel lover. I think the game is fantastic, but guess what? I'm lying to myself because it has massive potential to be a phenomenal game. But when you see emulators and simulators and things like that where they genuinely provide more than what a company that makes thousands of pounds of money offer is ridiculous. Master Duel has been in such a shit state since probably year one. Year one we kind of adjusted, but nothing has changed. We get the same shitty events. We get the same Duelist Cup every single season. When they do an event, they basically ban practically nothing. So it's kind of like, oh, okay, we're just playing ranked again. This is super fantastic. Look, this might be a hot take. You guys might not enjoy what I'm about to say, but at the end of the day, I think what should happen is in events, they should be structure deck only. So everyone is on the same playing field. You get to pick what deck you want to use and you enjoy the experience of it. Like, what's the point playing if you're going to be playing against the same shit you're playing fucking ranked? Also, adding to that, we spoke about the rarities of cards and decks and things. I considered looking into Eldritch, but guess what? I required about 19 ultra... No, that's a bit far. It's not 19. You know, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8... Okay, it's about 9 ultra rares required for me to build that deck. And I was thinking, what's the fucking point? You know what I mean? When you've got things like Omega, where I can just basically download the deck for free and play it, then... why we stress about that? You know what I mean? Adding to that, like, I'm just going over everything we've obviously said before to lead up to the actual thing this video is about. But what frustrates me is Konami knows what they're doing, and it's annoying because they don't give a shit. Yeah, I don't like to slander companies, but I will tell you what it is and how it is. I'm an honest person. Look, if you're being a prick, I'm going to tell you you're a prick. And unfortunately, Konami is being a dick. You know? I get it. They're not going to sponsor me. I'm sorry. But when you care so passionately about a game, it is a frustrating experience to be able to want to play the game, want to produce content on it, but then you're getting bent over and done anyway. You know? It's just... it's frustrating because Master Duel has so much potential. And it's just lacking it. We're heading into what, third year period? Obviously, I think we're just ending the third year of the game. Or coming into the third year. I can't remember. You know. And I love playing it. I love playing with friends. But you're very limited in Master Duel. You know, we've spoke about this before. And there's even minuscule things. They ask for a survey for us to implement changes. And they don't put no changes into it. We've filled in about 16 different surveys saying about draft mode, tournament, built-in tournament ladder. You know. I personally wouldn't mind a dismantle screen. I would like to multi-purchase as well, like a basket feature. I click 12 things in the store, click purchase, and it purchases all 12. I would like that. I'd like a dismantle screen at the end of the pack opening, so that way I don't dismantle cards that I have already got in decks. Or, better yet, if they don't want to implement that, implement a dismantle feature where... it shows, look, I understand it shows what cards are in decks if you're in that deck, but I need to know what's in all my decks. I'm not a one deck person. And the problem is, I think Konami thinks that they're like, oh, this is the meta, everyone's just going to be running Rosiel. You know, it's like, no, there are people that actually want to play the game casually and have fun with the game, but it's impossible to because your prices are fucking through the roof. Your game is stacked with ultra rares. Even when I wanted to build Ashend, which I think the artworks are absolutely fantastic, cost me an arm and a leg. I had to give a kidney up just to be able to build something that wasn't even that great. Dragon Ruler. You know. Anyway, to the topic at hand. This. Okay, after the rant, let's start. Let's nominate for the Steam Awards 2025 Labour of Love. Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. Get the F off. Good joke. This is Labour of Money. Show love to your players first. Hit the fucking nail on the head. Labour of Love, please. You've barely tried with Master Duel. Not wrong. Absolute zero effort, but we'll take the cash grab. Look, the audacity. Konami as funny as... cool. Ask again in 2026 if you guys go sicko mode on turning this game around. This game has potential to be one of the best games out there, and yet for some reason they're just going, you know, just release another event where they don't use spell cards. You're kidding, right? Laugh my ass off. F Konami. Best joke of 2025. Not wrong. It's too bad it's not April. I'd rather vote for... Sure. Oh, is that supposed to... okay. You're out of... Okay, everything's getting starred with love hearts. You're out of your minds. Why don't you go malice and microtransaction about it? I love it because there's loads. It goes over ages and everything's a bad comment. The comments are nothing but love. Okay, I did laugh my ass off. Nominate for Labour of Love. While it is true, the game has added a few quality of life changes, and some of which even cost gems, deck slots, bookmarks. Yeah, to be honest, I completely agree with this comment because I've spoke about this before in previous video. We shouldn't be paying for stuff that is a standard. Like, I'm not being funny. You're getting people to buy deck slots, but your decks cost ultra rares on 90% of the cards. It's dumb. Like, the thing is, I wish Konami actually give a shit. Like, they could make so much more money if their prices were, like, low. And adding to that, if, hear me out here, yeah, if they made decks cheaper, you know? You might disagree, because, like, for me, look at my mindset, yeah? I sit there and I view it as in, I'm not investing into this game because if I spend £500 on this game, there's not a guarantee I'm going to be able to build a Labyrinth deck. Yeah? And the worst part is my mindset, and it makes me feel sick. Although this is my business, and obviously I earn money from it, which goes back into the business, it still makes me feel sick to put £500 into something that has no value. Like, imagine I'm starting to build a lab, I get 5 cards. 5 cards are out of 500 quid. I know I'm being a bit dramatic and stuff, but let's be real. I can guarantee you lot will put about 10,000 gems in and pull 2 ultra rares. I know it is what it is. Okay. But due to the amount of ultra rares a deck requires, out of control increase. It's impossible for me in good faith to nominate Master for Labour of Love. True. It may... Look. Like I've said before, I'm an honest person. I'm going to cut the shit. I'm going to tell you as it is. Look, I love Konami, and I do believe they have... They could make Master Duel a fantastic game. There is so much they can offer. You know... Listen to the community, man. That's all I'm asking, you know. This might be Konami's second best life service, Duel Links being the first probably, so let's keep things real. It's not Labour of Love. Look, obviously, I know people have said, I used to play Duel Links a long time ago and then I quit it. Jumping back to Duel Links, as much as Duel Links is somewhat can be expensive, it's 500 gems for a box, I think it's 10 packs. Oh, it might be 5. I might be wrong here, but at least you know what you're getting out of the pack. I know you know what you're getting out of the Master Duel pack, but at least with this one, you have the chance. Like you start milling out the shit cards, and you've got a chance to potentially pull the good card. Where with Master Duel, in the packs that you purchase from, you have a potential of pulling every single ultra rare in the game. Why the fuck do I want? The other day, I pulled an ultra rare for Chemi Critters. When am I ever going to use Chemi Critters? Waste of an ultra rare. No. Errata the God cards and then we will talk. Maybe if you add, like, a single game mode, this is Labour of Money, not Labour of Love. Look. I'm trying to appeal to a Yu-Gi-Oh audience with the content I create. Yeah, and I'm sorry I keep flicking back and forth. Look, I want to make a decent income of making Yu-Gi-Oh content. I do. And I know it sounds like, oh, you're only in it for the money. I'm not in it for the money. I am in it to be able to produce longer streams, more content, you know, into the game itself. But I also don't like the idea of people paying into a game that costs an arm and a leg and then have to pay to be a member here. You know, and it's an unfortunate thing, you know, because I understand it from a business point of view. You have to make money because you put money into generating, producing whatever you produce it. But if Konami had given us more, I would understand why the prices are the way they are. I would. But we get nothing. We get Duelist Cup every few months. We get a random duel trial, which is stupidly shit. We get events which are not even fun. They feel like more of a chore. And this is where it contradicts itself, and it frustrates me even more, is when they say we're trying to make our Master Duel game a lot more fun and enjoyable for an experience for everyone. And it's like, no, you're not, man. You know, it's just, I don't know. It is what it is, you know. It's one of the reasons why I have membership so low on this channel, is because £5 a month is nothing, you know. It supports me, but also you guys can duel me as much as you want in the process type thing. Obviously, the reason we do the Member Mondays is because as the channel grows, if I had 100 people that were members and wanted to duel, I would have to try and figure out a way of dueling all 100 players. But yeah, anyway. Love for money, not players. I hate the fact everything's negative, but also everything I've said is negative, and they kind of bring it upon themselves. Trust me, I know that since I played Duel Links, then quit it, and it's been 4 or 5 years since then. Duel Links even have an actual only paid currency to acquire selection boosters packs and extra structure deck copies. This just reminded me of something, but believe Duel Links is the first one, since it also offers better single player content and some people. The only thing for me for Duel Links is I log in and there's 17 different, obviously because I haven't played for ages, even when I played frequently, I would constantly be spammed up with like, here's a gem reward, here's a gem reward, new solo gate, here's a cutscene, here's this. I just like, bruv, I just want to jump in and play some fucking online. I don't care about the single player, I don't care about the story, I don't care about any cinematics, I don't give a shit about anything. I'm here to fucking duel. Yeah? Jumping back on that, me and Jammy and obviously other people in the stream have spoken about this. Look, I play Master Duel a lot as a streamer, as a content creator, and when I have to wait 62 days or whatever it is for the duel pass to end, give us something. Like, give us an optional choice. Look, you want to fucking make money, give us something for it, yeah? Duel pass extension, yeah? You complete the duel pass, you can buy another 100 levels or whatever, and at the end of it, you get like a random royal rare. Just give us it. Master Rank 1, obviously I've spoke about this as well. Master Rank 1 or duel rating people, give them a guaranteed royal rare. It gives people incentive to want to grind. I'm not being funny, 200, 300 gems ain't cutting it. That is the most deadest, it should be 500 gems minimum. But, you know, what do I know? I'm not a game company. I'm only the fucking consumer. You got to put some actual labour into the game first, and no slapping a UR on twice as many cards and charging with basic. The thing is, the same issue that I rant about comes up all the freaking time. All the time. Rarities are through the roof. Decks that are literally shit and will never keep up against Mitsuguri, White Forest and things like that. Don't make them ultra rare. Make something more casual and user-friendly. You know, if my son gradually wanted to get into Yu-Gi-Oh, yeah? What deck's he going to run? I know you can build some cheap deck, I understand that. But let's say he wanted to run Blue Eyes. Yeah, I'm not saying Blue Eyes is massively expensive, you've got the structure deck and stuff, but you do have a lot more ultra rare cards you need to acquire. Especially as a new-to-play player. Man, there's about fucking 42 hand traps you have to take into account. You've got Nib, you've got Veiler, you've got Dominus, you've got Dominus Impulse, Dominus Purge, you got Dominus the freaking Cry or whatever, Cry of the Dominus, I don't know what the card's called, I haven't used it. That's an ultra rare as well, you know. Then you've got Ash, Maxi, because you won't ban the fucker. But I tell you what, January, that's getting banned, I believe. I'm manifesting that shit. Ash Blossom, you know. Cool Buy, which is at 1 now, but yeah. Labour of love, every new card you put into the game feels like it was made with pure hatred for everyone. Every event is awful to play through for gems too. Correct. And I want to be able to put out a video in a year's time and say how good this game is and how, like, I'm smiling, I'm positive, I'm happy. But sort the fucking RNG, please. Because I'm going to, for a whole year, I'm going to save clips of how bad the RNG is. And every month I'm going to put out that January bad RNG video. February bad RNG video. Okay. I love this game. There's zero chance you're actually posting this, though. Still a long way to go and a lot of things to add. You've been saying you will for a while. Add Genesis and some other instances other than the meta decks that are 3 months behind. Again, I do love this game, but I feel like Labour of Love is the funniest thing I've heard in a while out of Konami. Mate, this goes on for ages, man. ban Maxi first. Yeah, you mean extreme love for the money. The thing is, we're not fucking idiots. We're not blind. Like, don't get me wrong, if you can dump fucking 10 grand into the game, good for you, congratulations. But for the average person who works full time, we cannot commit to your £65 for 5,000 gems to pull one super rare. April 1st is over since months. Oh god. Remove the Roach Maxi and I'll consider the vote. Mate, it's just sort it out, Konami, man. I hate slandering it. I hate it because it has potential, but they're just so ignorant. And they know what they're doing, I understand. Maxi is still in the game. Main deck Ultra cost got insane. No new mods for 3 years. Pack pulls get worse with every new pack release. Bundles are trash. We're not fucking blind, man. We're not dumb. Stop treating us that way, man. You've got a decent audience for the game. Yeah. Even in your TCG tournaments and stuff, you say money can't be a prize. Obviously, I understand the backstory behind it and everything about it not being looked proudly upon and stuff like that. But how can you... I understand the position of that being in place. But you can't be so money hungry at the same time. But then again, you probably can. Absolute frick, fuck Konami. It's just, it sucks, man. A love for labour with 7,650 diamonds of accessories. I think in the 3 years they've actually just recently done a sale where things are cheaper. But like, yet again, I don't want to click through every single background at 125 gems. Just give me a fucking basket to slap 10 of them in, pay 1,200 or whatever the price. I ain't going to do... I feel like I should do the maths because you lot think I'm a dumbass, but yeah. I just enjoy ranting. Look, there was an old saying I heard ages ago, and I said it on stream before. If you're not getting mad or upset or emotional regarding a game, you don't care about it enough. And that's where we're at. You know, a lot of people just kind of brush it off and take it by, you know, take it on the chin, but call them out on their shit, man. Like, I'm hoping they see this and go, you know what, maybe we did fuck up, but I don't think they will. It's sad because all these people, you should be showing love to the players like you did when the game first released and gave away a couple of thousand gems and packs to celebrate the players that remained. I understand people have said this before about this game is a lot more offering when it comes to gems with the events they do. The thing is, I play the events because I want gems, but it shouldn't be the case. You know, it's like me saying, oh, I play a game because I want money, which realistically I don't. That's one of the reasons why I've stepped back from playing Master Duel so much, because I just, I'm a love-hate relationship. You know, sometimes you have your good days, you have your bad days, and, you know, the thing is, it's not the game itself that's bad. It's everything outside of it, like the ban lists, the gem prices, the, you know, being able to build decks. Like, if the decks were cheap to build, I think a lot more people would be more inclined to spend most time on it. I would. If I could, like, if Eldritch wasn't 12 ultra rares, of course I would commit to a deck. But I have committed to too many decks that are absolute ass, that they're just wasted, you know? Which is sad, because I like the idea of Ashen, I like the idea of Dragon Ruler in that, but they just don't provide much, you know, and especially in the current meta, and especially when everyone's running, you know, this is kind of in the best point now, especially with the upcoming Malice hit as well. Like, there's more variety in terms of the decks being used. You've got the Gem Knight users, you've got the Sky Striker users, you're going to have the White Forest users now, you're going to have the branded players, not branded, not so much, but yeah, you know, you've got your Blue Eyes players, you've got your odd occasional stun. You know, there's a nice mixture in the pot at the moment. But, like, if you were talking about a month ago, yeah, Malice, Mitsurugi, or Rugi, however the fuck you want to pronounce it, and Ryziel. Okay, so comments like this, you know what, I would and would not even ask for much, just the ability to dismantle all cards, not going to happen still. Look, I understand people want to dismantle the legacy pack. I understand, you know, the legacy tickets or whatever the fuck you want to call them. Legacy cards. They're never going to do that because they would not make no money. what they should do, and I've said this numerous times, especially in surveys, turn the legacy pack tickets into a currency for a draft mode. You know, you go into the draft mode and you can only use cards from the legacy ticket. So that way, when you're playing ranked, you're against a whole ranked card pool. When you're playing the draft mode, it's cards you would never really see or never really use. You know, there would be kind of nice variety, similar to obviously what other Yu-Gi-Oh tubers do and things like that, where you basically go into your draft, you open up 10 packs, you get 50 cards, and you can condense it down to 40, or you can keep it at 50, obviously depending on the extra deck packs and whatnot. You know, but you've got to have a good balance between being able to build a deck and the extra deck. Like, everything would be random, obviously, that's the great thing about a draft mode, but being able to do that would be such a satisfying thing, because you can go in and it's all fair game. You're either going to pull the cards or you're not. Obviously, if anyone ever played Legacy of the Duelist Link Evolution, you'd understand how the draft mode worked on that. You know, you basically entered it, you open up packs, and it gave you 50 or 50, 60 cards, and then you got to choose what cards you took out, and then you went into a match. If you won 3 matches, I think you won all the cards, you know? Give us some value for the legacy tickets, but yeah. I don't know. Ban Maxi, this has to be some kind of sick joke. The game is so expensive and everything that comes out costs an arm and a leg. The only love here is love and money. They're digging their own grave, and it's sad because I was a lover of Yu-Gi-Oh! Crystal for the longest time. I posted it every day. You had an episode every morning. I was making content. I was locked in. I was fully locked in, and it shut down. And I'm not saying Master Duel is going to go that way, but I don't have an interest in playing Duel Links. My interest is in playing Master Duel, but the problem is you can't play Master Duel because you've got to use your wallet for entry. Okay, so this used to be a me. Ninjas for life. This used to be a me. You ready? To everyone saying things like ban Maxi, the reason... Okay, that's supposed to say why. Why that card is still around is because of your OTK spam everything in one turn deck. We have massive amounts of board breakers, yeah, now. Before we hadn't. And I used to defend Maxi because situations like this, but there was nothing more frustrating than watching someone full board spam and I didn't get a single hand trap, and then my turn starts, Maxi gets activated, and I'm like, great. You know what I mean? Don't worry, I won't play the fucking game. You know? And I enjoy Maxi being banned. I do. Like, we've played some duels without Maxi being involved, and if it comes to it, you can run Forbidden Droplet, you can run Dark Ruler no more, you can run Lava Golem, Sphere of Ra. There's so many disruptions, Kaijus, for example. It would be nice to play the game. Like, even if my opponent sets up 2 board negates, I know that I could run Lightning Storm, I can run Regeki, I can run Happy Feather Duster, I can run... You can run Super Poly, for fuck's sake. I don't know why I didn't say that first, it's one of my favourite cards, but I don't know why we do this, you know, kind of thing. Obviously, I don't know why Konami keeps it around in the first place, but yeah. What we need to do is address the elephant in the world. Okay, we're going a bit far. And stop giving the pay whales what they want. Start limiting and banning cards. Need to be. Nobody wants to see a deck that costs hundreds of dollars be in the prime deck and have the top 10. I don't care about a new meta deck coming out and being overused. I don't. But I just want to be able to play the game. You know? Right, there's 2 things that piss me off. There's seeing Maxi get activated when they've got full board combo. And secondly, no. Slow players are top priority. Slow players are the worst. They're so boring. I used to talk about reducing the timer on the game, but no. They are something else. You, Konami, listen to your fan base, people who are leaving the game, and then just maybe we might vote for you. To be honest, I don't think they would have to do much for us to love the game. Give us draft mode, give us Genesis, give us some kind of excitement, like give us some actual decent events, you know. And I know it sounds like I'm asking for a lot, but it's not. It's small little things they can implement, you know. But the problem is we're not getting anything. If we got one thing every 6 months, at least there's one thing for it. But yeah. Obviously, we can go on for the... Oh, okay, we're at the end of the page. All right, cool. Fix your game and give us what we want. No way anyone would nominate you guys after you having been destroyed your own game. Okay, let's check the full information screen. All right, before we do this, let me just go to transform, fit the screen. Cool. I don't know why it's cut off. Oh. Well, this is bloody awkward, isn't it? I don't know why my capture card thing, like screen capture's doing that. I ain't nominating this for Labour of Love. You can kiss my ass. I wanna... Who's up for the nomination? I don't want to log in. Show me who's up for the Labour. Okay, while we're here, let's just have a look. Right, so Game of the Year. Definitely not Dragon Ball. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Okay. So, oh, can you just... Oh, nominate the games I've played, and then popular and recommended games. Look, I'm going to be honest, yeah. Dispatch, I haven't got around to playing it, but any game that has choice-based, I'm all for. I'm backing. Expedition 33, I'm in the process of playing it. I'm seeing a lot of talk about Outriders, but it's not my cup of tea. I'm going Dispatch. I know you lot might disagree, but I'll go Dispatch on that. Repo's good if you've got a good bunch of people, but yeah, I'm giving Dispatch it. I haven't even played the game yet. Okay, VR Game of the Year. Look, I don't even play VR, but we'll just go with okay, I don't know if you can hear Ashton in the background, but yeah. Let's go Midnight Walk. I don't know what it's about. Oh shit. Click the wrong page. Nominate. Close. Labour of Love. I tell you what, I'm not picking. Mate, Dragon Ball is the same, man. Honestly. Poppy Playtime. I actually really enjoyed playing that. I ain't gonna lie. Really did enjoy playing it. I think see, Dead by Daylight's another one as well, man. Too many killers with disgusting range. Impossible to bloody outmaneuver. I don't know. I think I'm being more draw. I don't know, actually. I might go Poppy Playtime. I'm going Poppy Playtime. Yeah. Best game on Steam Deck award. Okay. Let us see. Let us see. Let us see. I don't have a Steam Deck, but I'd be crazy not to click Silk Song because I enjoyed it, but I'm pussy for that. I'm too crap. Better with Friends. Repo. I think Repo wins this one, you know. Yeah, Repo's funny as hell, especially if you implement mods. Outstanding Visual Style Award. Okay. My Little Puppy. Outstanding Visual Style. Look, I'm gonna back Dispatch again. Look, I'm gonna buy the game. We're gonna play the game. We're gonna go for most innovative gameplay. Mate, Expedition 33, of course. Duh. Best game you suck at, Master Duel. I suck at Master Duel. I can't say, like, I'm not going to say I'm fucking amazing at everything, but can you really suck at Headliners or Dragon Ball? Like, to be honest, there's worse people on there than me. How can you... Best game you suck at? Yeah, Silk Song, mate. 100%. Best soundtrack, Expedition 33. That a doubt. Where is it? There. Bang. Instantly knew what I was going for. Outstanding Story Rich Game Award. Right. I've got to give it to Expedition 33. Sit back and relax. Oof. Definitely Master Duel. Definitely has to be Master Duel, right? Sit back and relax. I'm being sarcastic there, guys, if you don't... To be fair, That's Not My Neighbour is quite enjoyable. I enjoy that. Play a game you've nominated. Complete these tasks. Okay. So, how do I save it? How do I... Share your nominations. Bang. Generate share link. Invalidate link, create a new one. Copy. Is that done? Are we good here? Are we good? Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys enjoyed. Appreciate the rant. Appreciate you being here. Thank you for supporting the channel. If you enjoy Yu-Gi-Oh!, consider subscribing. Greatly appreciated. And Konami, please don't take what I've, my insults to heart. We obviously love the game. Care a little bit more than you do. But here we are. Take care of yourselves. Peace. Guess who's not getting sponsored ever? Me. But I want to be sponsored by a game that loves the game. And the ban lists are people that actually play the game. Peace.